Today we will investigate what we really are, what our presence, our experience of life, our knowing of life, what is that? What is us? What is I? What is you in reality, in actuality? And versus what we have come to believe, and how their lives are incompatible to each other. They are experienced in a very different way. This is a very important concept, experiential concept. You will experience it yourself, because it will help you understand that whatever is going through in life, whatever is happening in life to this person, you, the one you think you are, Sebastian, in this case, is actually not happening to you. It happens in the moment to you when you experience it as it is. But your existence does not keep the baggage or the memories or traumas or whatever experiences we've had when we live our lives. All your experiences of life, every bit of it, and you are waking up, it's brushing your teeth, going to the toilet, making breakfast, eating, having your favorite coffee, tasting it, and so on and so forth. All of these experiences, whenever you feel them, they all happen in now. They never happen at another time. They happen in totality of now, if there is such a thing. When you, for example, eat a banana or, your favorite ice cream perhaps, or the flavor of it, the experience of life which you get, the experience of experiencing, the knowing of experiencing an ice cream, for example, happens in the now. It doesn't happen at any other time. So all of our life experiences, we are present here, right now. You are present, I'm here. We are aware, conscious, alive that we are present right now. The challenge is that the brain has some other ideas. And that's where the incompatibility between our life and brain comes, and that's where unhappiness and depression arises from. The brain, on the other hand, which right now most of us consider that we are our brains, is continuously thinking, of course. It's continuously moving. It has a flow. Thoughts come based on the past, based on the history. There is a thinker in the brain which apparently thinks the thought, and then, the thought comes and lives and it goes on. That's what's happening in this person's brain, in the brain continuously. It is living in a movement of time and space. However, we don't live in that movement of time and space. You see, that's the problem. We are the stillness. Our nature is the stillness, observing that movement of time and space which is happening in the brain. And that's how we can experience life. If we were moving with the movement of the brain, the movement of thought, hence the movement of life, which is basically what you see and what you experience, all your experiences and your past and your relationships and your trauma is a movement of life. If we are experiencing the movement of life, if we are aware of the movement of life, if we can see it, feel it, sense it, come and go, change, then we are the observation of the change, not the change itself. If we were the change itself, we would not be able to observe the world as it is, this movement of thought, which looks at peace. So we are the stillness. We are not going anywhere. This world is moving, or this world of perception is moving in the brain. And we are the stillness behind it, which is observing all movement. You have to realize this movement of the brain is like a movie playing in front of us, attached to our eyes, if you were to think like that. And you are the stillness, and then this drama of life, which has ups and downs, war and peace, health and health and pain, this and that, black and white, all the dual nature of the world exists in this kind of screen movie we are looking at. This is a frequency in a way. You see, if this movement of life was not there, the world of duality, the world of pain and pleasure, black and white, this and that, good and bad, if it wasn't there, then there would be no life. It will be just a single nothing, because there will be no movement. And our experience, personal, experiential experience of life, is that we are experiencing that movement of life. We are actually not in the movement of life. We are, as I said, experiencing change. We are not the change itself. However, we have been made to believe, and that's another memory in the brain, that this is you as a person and you are continuously changing. So this is where the major incompatibility comes in. On one hand, your own personal experience of life is pure stillness, pure awareness, pure knowing of the thoughts of this person, of the movement of life, of actions, of sensations, they come and go, of feelings, they come and go. From your personal experience of life, that is what you consider life. That is what you know of life. Deep inside, where you feel all life, what you are, your presence, your existence. And it's very important for me to kind of drill it in, that this is what you are. You are not this person you have been made to believe that you are. This is a truth kind of hidden in plain sight, that you are the awareness, the stillness, the calmness, the peacefulness, which is observing the movement of this person. And you can experience it yourself. I keep on saying that 5 minutes ago, your thoughts were different. Now your thoughts are different. Yesterday, your thoughts were different. Your body was different. But you are the same. So it's a monumental truth. It's a monumental understanding. It's not a cool story or a deep story, bro, kind of a thing. What we are talking about is the very nature of your being, where you feel life, what you call yourself, the I am, the only truth you know that you exist. That is not a person. That is something else. That is not from this sense world of 5 sense perception. That is pure awareness, pure knowledge of universe, of everything. Pure love, pure stillness. That's what you are. And that's where you experience life. So I want you to go back there and understand that this movement of life of this person is going to continue. And in this movement, they have defined good and bad and happiness and sadness and all of these things. So they will happen, because that's what this world is. It's a dual picture of duality, a movie of duality. So if you're going through pain, it is part of that movie of duality. You are here to experience that pain, experience that happiness, experience everything life is supposed to bring you, experience life from the perception of this person without, however, the conditioning and limited data this person has. It calls something a pain because it has been taught it's pain, and this is going to lead to this. All those memories get engaged. But for you, if you sit still and watch pain and watch the trauma and watch the depression and bring your awareness to it, it will go, because you'll realize that it is made of the same thing as you. Pure awareness, pure knowing. You have been made to believe that you are this person who is accumulating these experiences continuously, these thoughts continuously. You are in a continuous, perpetual thinking mode. That's what you've been made to believe. How is that possible when you can actually experience the movement of this person's thought? It comes, lives, and it goes. Like watching cars go past. You are not this person. This person is a construct of society, of data, of conditioning, of history, of what, in some languages they call karma or whatever it is. This person's life is supposed to be how it's going on. Because every decision this person makes at a given time is purely due to its conditioning, the brain's conditioning at that point. And that there is no other decision this person would have made. So there is this movement of life where you are experiencing pain, and people are experiencing pain and pleasure and happiness and sadness and lightness and dark and poverty and richness and whatever it is. And you are one of the characters who's going to experience all of this probably like everyone else. You don't see that, but everyone else is going through problems in this world. Because this world is built for that dual nature, duality, happiness and sadness. They both exist. So it will happen. What we need to understand that our life experience, our understanding of life, where we feel all life, where you feel the feeling of love, or understand when something passes by you that it touched your feet, or anything you do in life, anything you do, wherever the understanding of all of that happens, the experience of life itself, the experience of being you, of what you are, is still, is peaceful, is calm, is abundance. It has no form, the place where you feel the taste of chocolate. It has no name, the place where you feel immense love for your dog. There is no place where you feel, or you taste, or you smell your favorite perfume. It ends up, wherever it ends up, that is where your existence is. That is where we need to go back. That's why we do meditation. We feel ourselves there, back there, where all life started for us, where all life is being experienced. And then on top of that, this personality is built as the content of that being, of us. And we come to associate that this is us. No, this is a representation of this brain's programming and someone else's brain's programming and all of this programming of the brains of the society, and creates this drama which I'm here to experience. Once you come out of this person's brain and feel your presence, be still, be aware, meditate, sit straight, eat with your closed eyes, your first couple of bites, feel the flavor going in, bring your awareness, as in bring yourself alive, awake. This person sees that with time. this person's brain understands that. Once you fully realize what you are, it is what we call in modern language awakening or enlightenment or freedom or mukti or many such names. This is the first step, the biggest step. Because after that, the brain and this person does the job itself. We have to come out of it. We have to realize what we are. We have to realize that this brain is conditioned. It is not us. All the traumas and all the problems, it's been conditioned. It's been programmed with all this shit from social media, from our family, from our culture, from our background, from our religion, from society, from books, whatever it is. It's not us. It is going through pain, emotional, physically, whatever it is. It's not us. It's living in the past, thinking about the future. It's not us. We don't live in the past and think about the future. We experience all life and now because we have never been to them. Hence, we don't have the idea of time. It's just something sold to the brain. And in that brain, there is a memory which is the strongest of your name, identity, culture, your pure conditioning. And we dilute these memories. The brain dilutes the memories itself. It's called neuroplasticity. The brain rewires itself when it sees your presence, your being alive, the nature itself, the force of light, the force of magic, the universe itself. Think about it. You are part of the universe. Just look up. But the only thing you know is that you are light. So you bring your awareness back to where you live from, where you experience light from. You go back to yourself and meet yourself every day. Please, please. That is the only plea I have, to meet yourself every day, perhaps in the morning or perhaps in the evening, 15, 20 minutes. Just sit still, relax your body, go through, feel the sensation, go up, relax your body, and then just relax every part of your body and then move up and then just observe the thoughts. Imagine the brain and observe the movement of thoughts as an object. Let them go past by. Experience your stillness. Be aware of what you are. Meet yourself. Wash your face, put some water on your eyes, clean your nose, your ears. Go and sit and meet yourself every day. And in that process of paying the respect to yourself, showing love to yourself, you will find out what yourself is, what you're made of, what your nature is. And you will realize it is absolutely peaceful, absolute love. You feel it when you meet yourself. Absolute bliss and joy. I want you to go back there and understand what you are. From there on, you can experience this person's life. Understand it. The traumas it has had, the problems it has had. And the movement of life. You are missing the movement of life if you think you are in the movement of life. If you think that you are continuously changing as a person. Tell me from your own experience, ask yourselves this, please. Are you changing as a person? Perhaps as a person, but are you changing? You were always here. You've always been here. Your personal experience of life is, I'm here, I'm still, I'm aware of the change. You don't change. You don't get the traumas. You don't go through those experiences. This person does. And this person has to accept it. Instead of make another person in his or her brain who doesn't have these traumas, and then this person even goes into a whole lot of drama of trying to be like Sebastian 2.0, which doesn't have pain and doesn't have trauma, is always good and always happy and is... How is that possible? This person, this illusion, Sebastian, which is a construct of the data, carries another Sebastian in his brain, which is all the amalgamation of expectations of family and culture and society and books and knowledge and whatnot. Ask yourself, Isn't there another person in your brain you're always aspiring to, which has the same name as you? It's just better looking, better job, better life, better money, better everything. Where does that better come from? How are you? Why are you not? Why is this person not accepting itself for what it is and what is happening right now? So then it can analyze and fix it. No, it just wants to be a better person. It's depressed. No, it just wants to be this person who is not depressed. It doesn't have a job. It just wants to be this person who has a job. The brain lives in that space and time memory, a container of memories. So it's accepting this happened to me, okay, but I don't accept it. But it knows it happened to it. So that's one thing. It's not accepting it. And then it wants to be like someone else who doesn't exist, of course. And it's continuously trying to be like someone else instead of actually trying to fix the problem itself. But it's not accepting the problem. As fascinating as this is, our total pure existence and the totality of our existence, it has nothing to do with this phenomenon. This is purely the brain making up stories within itself. How can you see that? Well, my friend, you can only see that when you come out of it. Right now, you think you are Sebastian, or I thought I was Sebastian. So, of course, I want to be like a better Sebastian. I don't understand anything else, do I? You don't understand anything else. Life is all about getting better. Is it? Not for you. You don't even know what better is. You just experience life as it is. All experiences come to you and you experience them. The brain has an idea of what's better and what's not, but not for you. So, my friends, it's a very important subject, message, conversation, investigation. That to find happiness, to find peace, to understand our problems and the problems of the world, because they represent our own problems. I will talk about how society is, of course, built based on thinking. Since René Descartes said, "I think, therefore I am," in 1637 or so. The Western society is all built based on thought and the person being in the thought. So, of course, the social values are not going to be in line with your true existence, so you're not going to be happy. But let's not go to the society right now. It starts with you. You are the society. You are everything. All experiences happen to you inside you. Nothing happens outside you. All chemical reactions, everything it's in you. It's in you. You just have to find out what you are. I meditate with hundreds of people now, and we have these conversations. We talk about this, and then we experience it when we meditate. And then there are practices we go through on a daily, monthly basis to realize, to come out of our brains. Instead of going to a Buddhist monastery or extreme yoga classes or meditation classes, we do all of that in a modern way, in understanding, first of all, the conditioning of the brain. And then really experiencing, because you cannot really understand with your mind what you are, because as we talked, you're beyond the five senses. So stop thinking about it. The only way you can understand and realize yourself of what you're made of and what you are is to experience, is be self-aware. Go back. Let's go back to what we are. All that love and peace and compassion and stillness and knowledge and abundance in the nature, life itself, what we are. Let's go back there. And this movie will become very clear, and it's waves of happiness and sadness and pain and pleasure and depression and whatever. It all just becomes simple. You understand it's not in your control in a way. You can only go and meet yourself. This person will then change its thought process automatically once it knows want to seize the truth from inside instead of using recycled information from your universities, colleges, teachers, parents, whatever it is. All our lives we've been fed this from outside. This is this, this is this, this is that, this is the dog, this is the tree, this is that. Nobody told you how chocolate tastes like. Did they? No. They gave you a chocolate, they told you it's a chocolate. But the taste of chocolate is the first-hand experience. And that's what I'm saying, to go back there and feel what a tree is, for example, or what your pain is, or what feel from there. And you will realize these things are very different from what your brain thinks. Your brain has been conditioned to. You will realize they are the same as me. Experiencing and expressing life in a different way. We have a lot to talk about on this podcast. Of course, also in the book, which is my life story, and all these subjects have been discovered. How a child becomes conditioned, then it is job and entrepreneurship and love, all those aspects of life which train and condition us to become more Sebastian. So we forget what we really are, and we really are in the what we call the matrix of the mind. The matrix of the mind is this. It's not a bad or a good thing. It is totally the understanding of living as a person who's a thinker. That is the matrix of the mind, and most humanity will live there. However, their own experience of life, the presence, the knowledge of life is very different. Your knowledge of life is very different from this matrix, which is totally programmable. I can show you pictures of something 25 times a week and you will end up buying it. That's how this simple of matrix, this matrix of brain is, or this interface which we have built over time in a way, which is all movement, all just moving. So we experience that movement. We are not in that movement. We experience that pain. We are not the pain. We experience those emotions. We are not those emotions. When you face these things head to head without the thought, bringing in memories and ideas, they disappear into somewhere. So it's time for us, especially for younger people, to realize that their brains have been polluted through all the marketing strategies all the companies use. It's legal brainwashing. Through all the social networks, through all the news sites, through all reality TVs, through all whatever is going on in your life. Your brain is fried. It's useless. It's been fried too early. Mine got fried at 35, 36. Yours got fried in your teenage because I didn't have those things. And I'm a little bit older, but still, kind of your generation. Not your generation, but I understand your generation. So we have to accept that this brain is not us. We are experiencing the movement of this brain. This experiences which this person has had, his past and all his thoughts and actions and traumas, right? It's not us. It is this person. This person will accept it once you come out of it. You see, that is the magic. You cannot change this person's life by being in this person, in this person's brain, and by being this person. Because there is incompatibility we discussed. You cannot. You live in the now, this person doesn't live in the now. Which is fine. This is what I'm trying to say. There's nothing wrong. This is how it is. There's an incompatibility. We just need to understand and fix it. I can live in the now. And then I can also be experiencing Sebastian, who's living in a flow of life. Past, he has some memories. He's living in the now, and then he has some thought about the future, but predominantly this person is now in the now with me. I am using this person, this body and this mind. They're not being used by this body and this mind. Once you come out of the brain, slowly, you, with meditation, with these practices, with exercise, with feeling your pain, with understanding, facing thoughts, because they're also traumatic thoughts, and your physical pain, if you have physical pain, the brain of this person comes to the realization of the truth of life, of nature itself. That it is not all perception. I'm not looking at things and all of that. Everything happens inside, because now I've seen the presence of this inside. All knowledge of all experience of life is already in you. That's how you know the taste of chocolate. How do you know the taste of chocolate? Because you already know. The brain sees that. This person sees that. When you go into meditation, or perhaps some people achieve it with, some medicines, for example, the brain sees these fireworks and this energy, and you see these visuals. What is actually happening? The brain is seeing a new side of reality, an energetic, natural, beautiful, multi-dimensional side of reality, instead of just sense perception and 5 senses of reality when the eyes are open. So what happens then? The brain then makes new neural pathways in the brain itself. New memories, new brain cells have been activated, because it's a new idea. It's something new. It's not based on thought, on previous thought or whatever is happening in the brain or previous neural pathways. It's a new, totally new engagement of a pathway, because it's never seen anything or never understood anything like this. So then there are other brain cells now in the brain, apart from your trauma and your memory and your experience and your identity and yourself and your likes and dislikes and whatever it is. There are now new brain cells which are asking for energy. So next time you eat, drink, take any calories, oxygen, the energy eventually goes up to the brain. It's continuously going up to the brain, but it flows up to the brain. And then these new brain cells are also demanding this energy. Hence, generating positive thoughts of a beautiful reality automatically. Hence, taking energy away from old conditioned thoughts, of memories, of traumas, of experiences. By just living your thoughts, by just meditating and living, your thoughts become more harmonious, because new neural pathways have been engaged, new memories have been made, new demand from the cells there is. And that's what thought is. Pure engagement of brain cells talking to each other. Thought, memories, concepts, ideas, perception, everything you see, do, whatever it is. I've talked about this, how the brain works in detail in an episode, a video episode just after this, if you'd like to watch that. But this episode is predominantly about shaking you up and telling you to almost wake up, understand what you are and who you are not. Understand that you are pure steadiness, pure abundance, pure knowing of all movement of life. Hence, that's how you understand the movement of life, because you know the movement of life, but you're able to experience it from this perspective of this person. Like I am here experiencing my consciousness, which is the same as yours, is experiencing life from Sebastian's perception. It's experiencing life from your perception. And in that experience, what I want and what you want is all life, not just the good and the blissful and the peaceful and the loving. Then there will be no life. I want to experience all life. And all life is a cyclical movement of duality. And I am in peace stillness, absolute love, understanding this and observing this. I am not this, hence I am not depressed. I am not sad. I am not angry. This person is, and this person needs to accept that instead of trying to be someone like someone else. And once we come out of this person's brain, this person will slowly and gradually rewire its thinking process so that there are new ideas in the brain, new memories, which are asking for energy, hence creating thought, instead of energy flowing to the same old past experiences, traumas, identities, and all the conditioning which come with it. So it's time to sit still and feel your presence, observe your thoughts, just look at them, don't do anything, don't move, just observe and understand that you are here as stillness, looking, observing, knowing, aware of a movement, a drama, a movie of life, and it's as if you were the stillness, the viewer of this movie. And my friends, it's a very important and a monumental subject, and truth. And I am only communicating that to you because I have seen the truth firsthand. I've experienced this firsthand. And this is the same truth all religions and all cultures and all philosophies have been trying to tell you for thousands and thousands of years. Happiness is an inside job. You go into a cafe and it's written. What does that mean? It means that we are already happy. We are already fully complete. This personality has its own drama. Yes, but we are already complete. You go in, find happiness inside, and it's a mindset thing. All of these things are already there in popular culture. Shakespeare talks about it all the time. That's why he was so famous. This stage is, this world is like a stage, and everyone is like, there's of course. And then Tesla and Einstein and whatnot. Everyone has been pointing towards the same direction. That, my friends, for the last 500 years especially, you have come to believe that you're objectively viewing reality, but that's a 500-year-old concept. Only 100 years ago, we thought the sun moved around the earth. So paradigms change very easily. Imagine if thinking about that right now, that the sun moves around the earth. People think you're mad, you're crazy. And there's a fundamental movement, a fundamental shift coming in people's awareness of themselves, of what they are, beyond this data-driven person and calorie-driven mind. And we are at the junction of that. And for our own health and the health of the society and our friends and families, we need to really understand now that it is time for us to come out of our brains and understand what we are and where we experience life, and not this personality, this continuous, perpetual thinker, which we have come to believe that it is. This is a very important subject, of course, because this will lead to dissolution of yourself, hence all the traumas and all the desires and all the wants with it, and hence all the problems which come in the world because of duality. If there is no me, there is no you, then there is no difference between this and that. There is no experience or unexperience. And we will go into much more detail about how experiencing yourself slowly takes you into a realm of non-duality where there is no difference between me and the other. The difference is just in perception, which makes sense, of course. It's just in perception, just how we view it and feel it. But it's actually not any difference. But we will talk about all of that in other episodes. But I would urge you, if you connected with this message and if you liked, and if there was a load which got lifted, which I feel always when I talk to other people, they tell me that, and it really helps me to keep on going. And please share this episode to your socials and with your friends who might need this realization of the truth. And I am purely giving you a very simple message that, it is time for us to look in and realize that we are the divine knowledge and the presence and the life force already. And this personality is merely data and galleries built upon us. Thank you very much for listening.